Hi everyone, this is Rich from Upload Security, and today I'm going to teach you how to install Vmware Workstation Player and Cali Linux. First we need to download Vmware Workstation. So we'll go down to download it for Windows. We're running Windows 10. And whenever it's finished, it should launch. Now that it's done, it's launching. Say yes to the prompt. Click next. We'll accept the user agreement. Next. Enhance keyboard drivers, because why not? We'll install it in C drive. I mainly choose install it in C drive for performance. That's typically where my OS is installed and a little bit faster. Next, we will not join the customer experience, and then we will next and install. And this is going to take a second to install, so from this point, if you want to go grab a cup of coffee or an energy drink, that's fine, and then come back when it's done. From this point, we'll just say finish, and yes, we will restart. Okay, now that we're fully booted again, let's log in. And from this point, we're going to go to Google and download a Cali Linux VM real quick. So let's type in Cali Linux VM, hit enter, get Cali Linux. We're going to go to virtual machine. We want the 64-bit, and then we're going to download that. And while that's downloading, we can start or initialize Vmware Workstation Player for the initial setup. Okay, from this point we're waiting on the VM to download. When it finishes, we will continue from there. Okay, now that it's done downloading, let's go to our downloads. We'll go to show in folder, right click it, and we'll extract it here. Give it a second to extract. Okay, from this point, we will go back to VMware, and we're going to open a virtual machine, downloads, go into our Cali file, and we'll hit open, and then edit virtual machine settings. I typically like to give my machine between 4 and 8 gigs. Just for performance, make it a little bit faster. Hard disk, if you're setting it up, 80 is fine. Processor, 4 cores. If you're limited and you're running this on a laptop, 2 cores is fine for a virtual machine. Just some of the more password cracking and CPU intensive stuff, you'll be limited by speed. And network adapter, NAT's fine. Okay, from here we'll go to OK. And then we will power on the virtual machine for the first time. You're going to say I copied it. Go full screen. We will say enter or press enter. Okay, once the VM initializes, it's going to ask us to log in. The default credentials to a Cali machine are Cali, and now we will log in. And once everything is up and running, we will launch a terminal, and we will do sudo apt update. And then we'll type in Cali as the password. We are right now currently just updating the Cali box and installing all the tools on it, so we have everything we need to start doing CTF challenges. And depending on how old your version is, this could take minutes to sometimes, if it's super old and outdated, it could take hours, and I wouldn't recommend updating from an old version. I highly recommend just wiping an old machine and starting over. Continuing on from an older version can cause problems, and in my experience, the VM normally is super slow, and there's no reason. Okay, now we will type in sudo apt dist tac upgrade tac1. Dist upgrade is just a full distro upgrade, and then the tac-y stops us from having to hit Y for every prompt that it gives us. Okay, from this point, let's take advantage of that big 80 gigs of space and download all the Cali tools so that later, if we need them, we don't have to go grab them. Alternatively, if you don't want to do this step, you don't have to. This is just to save us some frustration later of trying to grab said tools. So all you gotta do is type in sudo apt install Cali and then X everything, and then we're going to type Y. We're typing Cali and then launch it. This should take quite a while, so see you when it's done. Alright, now that Cali everything is finished installing, thank you everyone, and that's the final step in this video.